have an absolute nightmare scenario building in the SEC, folks. And yes, if this occurred, it would absolutely blow Paul Feinbaum's head off and a lot of the old school SEC fans. And I think it would be absolutely hilarious, and you should be rooting for it, no matter who you are, unless you're one of the teams that are going to be out. All right, let's start here. We got Texas A&M. They're undefeated right now. Let's say they win out. They lose that game on the road to Texas. They finish at 11-1. We got Mississippi. Ole Miss just goes ahead and wins out and finishes 11-1. We got Texas, goes on the road at Georgia, wins that football game, then wins the sandwich game against Arkansas, then takes on Texas A&M and beats them, putting them at 10-2. We got Vanderbilt, finishes up and beats Tennessee, then they end up at 10-2, and then we end up with Oklahoma going on the road and beating Alabama this week. That's right. Listen, Alabama fans, Oklahoma can definitely beat you the way you played last week and the way Oklahoma's defense is, so it's not out of the question. Then Oklahoma beats Missouri, LSU. That ends up putting them at 10-2. That means Alabama and Georgia would both be sitting at 2 losses at the end of this coming weekend. Alabama still has to go to Jordan Hare. And let me tell you, even Nick Saban tells you all the time, Jordan Hare's cursed. And this year could be really cursed. Ashton Daniels played absolutely tremendous the other day for the quarterback at Auburn, throwing for over 300 yards. Auburn has great receivers if they can actually get the ball. And they also play defense, especially at home. And Alabama absolutely could lose that game and end up at 9-3 in this scenario. Then we have Georgia, who just, as I mentioned in this scenario, loses to Texas. They go and play Georgia Tech in Atlanta. It's not a home game for Georgia Tech, but it's still going to be a game. Listen, 8 overtimes last year, it took Georgia to kill Haynes King, and Haynes King is going to be ready to go in this game, and Georgia's defense has trouble tackling, so we'll see exactly how this thing plays out. But in this scenario, let's just say they lose to Georgia Tech. That would put Alabama and Georgia both with 3 losses. That means we'd have championship game, Texas A&M, Mississippi. Whoever wins that game is their 2 losses. So we'd have the redheaded stepchild in Texas A&M in the playoffs. We'd have the second tier Ole Miss team. Yes, they're second tier in the SEC by all standards of history of SEC. We'd have the 2 new guys in Texas and Oklahoma, and we'd have Vanderbilt, the doormat of the SEC perennially, all in the college football playoff, potentially if they get 5, which I think they probably will at the way this breaks down, and everyone else would just blow their minds. See you soon, Todd Talks College Football.